Yeah, I called the DMV book number and they can't take them. He said currently has 2 dangerous dogs per kennel.
Upon hearing this, the officers began discussing other options. Officer Martinez retrieved his rifle and suggested shooting the dogs.
The only thing that we can do is really shoot them. Animal control can't come out here.
Yeah.
If they're being aggressive.
I think now they're trying to get back because there's 2 dogs. I think they're trying to get into there.
Yeah, we'll have to be really careful though.
I'm sure there's somebody's with having all 3 of them, but
Yeah, let me make a phone call.
okay.
According to Washington state law, a dog is considered a potentially dangerous animal only if it has attacked a human or another pet. A dog is defined as dangerous if it has killed a human or another animal. At that time, these 3 dogs had shown no aggression. They were merely wandering around and did not meet the legal definition of dangerous dogs. Therefore, shooting them would clearly violate state regulations. The officers attempted to get approval from dispatch to classify the dogs as dangerous and authorize euthanasia.
I think confirm they were aggressive towards you. They charged you.
They didn't charge me.
Okay, so now that I talked to him, he said he never got out of his truck. And so he said the dogs were barking and seemed aggressive, they never charged him.
But were unsuccessful. Officer Ashley then decided to speak directly with the original caller for further clarification.
There's 2 or 3 dogs down there, and
Yeah.
we have a couple up, but they're fenced.
Okay. Yeah, they're in this area running around. They came down to this property down here.
Yeah, they were on the
Okay.
canal bank earlier today. My wife saw them walking, and they weren't crazy aggressive, but she felt a little uncomfortable. She just walked back home. So they've been walking up. They could have been dumped.
But they're yours, though?
No,
Oh, on the phone you told me they were yours.
no. I have
Oh.
2 dogs here. They're just golden retriever and a little, I don't know, they're on collar.
Yeah.
So that usually tells me that they were probably dropped.
Okay.
Then how do you hook them up, right?
Yeah, we let animal control
Control
know, but they're not being aggressive anymore, and they went that way.
Well, they don't look crazy aggressive, though. You
Yeah.
know?
The caller confirmed that 2 of the dogs did not appear to be dangerous. The officers again contacted the animal shelter for help.
22, are you calling animal control?
Hoping you would.
Eli, do you want to give me the number?
I'm ready to call.
But received no response. With no support, the officers decided to shoot the dogs to eliminate the threat. They located the dogs, and officers Martinez and Ashley took out their rifles. Officer Anthony even prepared by putting on his hearing protection.
If we can get that in the canal, if we can get him down in the canal, that'd be better too, but... Well, that's smart.
Any objections? Bring out of audience here. Obviously, the background ricochet.
Yeah, we just gotta make sure that our backstops.
I know we're not going to catch him.
After a brief discussion, all 3 officers turned off their body cameras. They intended to deal with the dogs quickly and end their shift. However, Officer Anthony's camera accidentally turned back on. The footage showed the dogs happily playing in a field, unaware of what was coming. Escaped completely. After 2 hours,
Animal control to come and pick him up, and he's not answering.
Okay.
Vin Diesel and Messi were dead. Mitchell and her family were devastated. To make matters worse, she received a citation the next day. Tank had been labeled a dangerous dog by the local prosecutor, and Mitchell was fined $5,000. If she didn't pay, authorities would revoke her ownership rights and euthanize Tank. Mitchell was shocked. These 3 Rottweilers had been raised in her family since they were.
Deputies pulled out their guns and shot 2 Rottweilers. The dog's owner says her Rottweilers don't have a record of aggressive behavior. The sheriff's office says they used common sense. This all happened earlier this month in Benton County.
4 dogs.
That one's still alive.
this wasn't the first time deputies encountered the dogs. In security cam video, you can see a homeowner's dog barking at the dogs. Initially, deputies responded to the call of a man who felt he was trapped in his truck. He told them the dogs seemed aggressive. Deputies looked for the dogs around the neighborhood. They saw them near walkways and near children. BCSO reached out to animal control, but were told that the kennels were full and that no one would be able to come to get the dogs.
We would prefer to have animal control come and get the dogs and deal with them that way, but this was not an option, and the deputy had to act because the dogs were now being aggressive towards them, and they had located them, and they did not feel like there was a safe alternative.
The surviving dog returned home the day after. 2 days after the dogs had gone missing, their owner, Michelle Swanson, found out the dogs had been shot.
I couldn't really deal with it that day. I mean, I basically spent the day on the couch crying.
The Benton County Canine Shelter staff let her know after identifying them through chips.
Never mind.
The county shelter says code defines what makes a dog potentially dangerous.
There is code. We have Benton County Code that does lay out the definitions for what is a dangerous dog and a potentially dangerous dog, and those actions that lead to becoming those.
Swanson says her dogs weren't aggressive and usually stay inside, but after a visitor left the door open late at night, they slipped out.
They are my family. I mean, I come home to them and they greet me at the door and they make me happy. And I don't have that anymore.
The next week, BCSO served her a declaration of potentially dangerous dog for the third surviving dog, meaning she has to defend against that claim or pay for a permit to keep her dog.
I would really like the community to come together and not let the dog's death be in vain. I would like for there to be a change in the way the sheriff department responds to these things, or the way animal control responds to these things.
We plan to send a press release regarding the decision to shoot the dogs after the community and the dog owner showed concerns at a county commissioners meeting. That release was canceled. Instead, the sheriff's office met with the owner of the dogs and concerned citizens to get a better understanding. The owner says the sheriff's office is not communicating well enough.
The Benton County Sheriff's Office is continuing to stonewall. They spoke to me in the public meeting. They have still never spoke to me about the incident that took place. You could tell Sheriff Kronsky did not want me in the meeting.
The deputies here walking behind some homes when suddenly in the distance a dog can be seen running towards them. The deputies aim and shot the dog before it can get too close. One of those deputies laughing after it was done.
I mean, I've always respected the police and but this is like a big, huge slap in the face. It really is.